going?
I'm going to get my wallet.
Bring me my red bag with my makeup.
Hello, my little trash pandas and pierogies. It is Eugenia, or you can call me Gina, coming to you today with a bare face, ready to apply some makeup. Today we are going to be doing a video that I've been working on for a while. I actually filmed this once, and I decided after looking back at it that I just wasn't really feeling my vibe. I didn't really like my energy in it. I love the look, but I thought I could do a little better. I've been working on some lighting as I get adjusted to this new setup. But yeah, I wanted to highlight a full face of Black-owned beauty brands on my pale AF skin. I really wanted to uplift the brands and products I love from Black-owned beauty brands, as well as explore some new formulas and things that are new to me. And I also just kind of wanted to highlight the point that if a makeup product designed by Black women or with Black women in mind, as well as all people in mind, and it can work on my pale skin, my pasty skin, then why can't we make products in the larger beauty industry that can work on all the spectrum of people's flesh tones? If you haven't left, go ahead and subscribe down below. I'd love to have you join my Trash Panda fam. And yeah, I guess we'll just get into it. I'm going to take off my glasses so I'll be blind as a bat. And I'm just going to pin my hair back. So the first product we have is our primer. I've already done my skincare, moisturizer, SPF, etc. And we are going to go in today with my queen, Fenty Beauty. This is the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. She just looks like this. I actually have the little travel-sized one today. I just go in on my fingertips, rub this all over my face, even bring it a little down into the neck. Now, next is foundation, and well, I did want to highlight Fenty Beauty, and this is, of course, is the Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. This is the shade 105. And this is slightly too light for me right now. Well, I will not be going in with this particular foundation today. I did want to highlight Fenty Beauty. Well, I believe that they may be owned by a parent company. Technically, it is still Rihanna's brand. And I really do feel like when she launched her line, it really kind of changed at least the mainstream beauty industry. And especially the way that we think about and talk about shade ranges and complexion products, not only in different shades but different tones, as well as catering not only to women of color and Black women, but as well as on the other end of the spectrum. Instead, today I will be going in with this Juvia's Place Shade Stick. This is in the shade Lima. This is one of the Light Kingdom shades, obviously going with my pale skin. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply this. I'm going to draw the stick over my face and then blend out with a brush and then a sponge. This is a newer formula to me that I have been testing out, and so far I've really been loving it. Obviously, the Fenty Longwear Soft Matte is going to have much longer wear time, but that is understandable for a matte foundation, and also a stick foundation tends to not have as much wear time. So I'm just looking into my little compact here and just kind of crayon all over my face.
It's disgusting.
That was cute. That was real cute. And this is real cute too. Now personally, with my fair skin, I have a yellow-based undertone. I find, in my experience, this to be a very difficult shade to match. And I have found that my best shade matches for my skin tone often come from Black-owned beauty brands or brands that have a shade range that it has Black women or women of color in mind. I think there's something to the fact that Black-owned brands have an understanding of inclusion that oftentimes the mainstream does not understand. They don't want anyone else to feel excluded or as an afterthought or something the way that they have experienced or they may have experienced, is at least is my interpretation. And I think oftentimes their comprehensive shade ranges take into consideration both shade and also undertone. So finding not only just like the pale one that has a rosy undertone, which oftentimes the palest shade is like a pink undertone, which I'm not, but I'll make work if that's the only option I have. Sometimes you don't even get anything light enough for me. If you go to the drugstore, there's not stuff light enough for me half the time. And I think I'm not looking for deep shades, but I'm quite certain that you're going to have a similar experience looking for affordable options with deep shades. And that's one of the reasons I really like the Juvia's Place foundation. I'm interested in trying the I Am Magic. I've heard mixed opinions about, but those have been people from various skin types. I'm thinking if you're dry, you're not going to like the I Am Magic at all, as I've heard it's a very matte formula. It might be something that I'm interested in for a more full coverage, long wear type situation. Yeah, once I get it blended out, I think this is a pretty good shade match. I'm not quite sure how it's looking under the ring light, but in person, in my mirror, in the sunlight, it looks pretty good. And the thing I like about the Juvia's Place foundation is it is very affordable. I believe that the shade sticks are $16 retail, but there's often sales on juviasplace.com, as well as I think they have them on Ulta online, and you can use your coupons, etc. So that is something I can get behind. Going in with Juvia's Place I Am Magic Concealer. Now look at this big boy. Look at this big boy. This is like this is like the size of the foundation. It's a big boy. The size kind of gives me almost Shape Tape vibes, although I feel like this is even chonkier than Shape Tape. I'm here for it. Mine is in the shade 23. I believe that's like the second to lightest. Their shades go from the deepest being the lowest numbers to the lightest being the highest numbers. And I think that's cool because why can't I open this? Okay, hang on. I think that oftentimes that can give the impression of reinforcing the feeling that the deeper shades in the beauty industry are afterthoughts, if you will, and that's not cool. We don't like that. We want everybody to be in mind when we are making everybody as possible feel beautiful. So I'm just going to put this on and blend it out. So Juvia's Place is founded by Nigerian-American woman named Chichi Eburu, I believe is how you pronounce her name. My Nigerian friends, let me know if I butchered that, because I probably did, sorry. She is based in New Jersey, and before she launched her line, she was a stay-at-home mama and wifey, and oh my goodness, how cute is that? All professions are cute, but mommy turned beauty empire goddess goals. Now I'm just taking my sponge. I'm gonna blend out this, and yeah, I have been wanting to try Juvia's Place for so long, but it was not until this year that I finally tried out some of their stuff, and oh my goodness, I'm so glad I did. I have been in love with their prices and their quality. The performance of the products have been great. Honestly, this might be my new Holy Grail concealer. I haven't played around with it too long, but like I said, I've been looking for more affordable things right now. We gotta save that coin when we're not working and we're stuck at home. And I also have a hard time with a shade match for my skin tone. The concealer I had been using was like the right tone for my foundation and like my skin and my face, but it didn't give the more brightening effect that I feel like this one can give me without looking too stark and without having to have another shade to go in and cover blemishes, which that's kind of a pet peeve of mine. Speaking of which, we got a little friend over here. We're just gonna touch her up a little bit so she doesn't have to be bothered. She can remain unbothered. Okay, we'll just pat her out too. See if we got any other little friends here today. And yeah, I did have some staining on my lids from some pressed pigments I used the other day. That's fine. I personally don't mind staining too much because I wear makeup most days and I cover that stuff up with concealer and other colorful shadows. Okay, so now that we got our cream complexions down, what was that? I don't know what that was.
What? Child. Anyway, so
we are gonna go in with our next brand I'd like to highlight, and that is the Crayon Case. This is the Chalk Dust Setting Powder. There we go up here. She is in the shade S. What I think is so cute about this powder is the shade names are letters, as you saw, S, and they spell out the word crayons. So it's like C's the darkest, R-A, how do you spell crayons? Y-O-N-S. S is like the white kind of translucent-y powder, which of course is probably the best for my skin tone. There's like a deeper one, there's like a banana one, there's like however many letters are in crayons, variations of shade. And now, the packaging, I'm not mad at it, but I thought it would drive me a little more crazy because the cap doesn't screw on, it just kind of pops off, but it stays pretty secure. It comes with a little poof, which I'm not mad at that either because I do sometimes like to apply poof. And then the sifter's right in here. There's no cover for the sifter other than the poof, which I thought would drive me crazy, but honestly it hasn't been that much more messy than like my powders that have sifters. Now, the Crayon Case is from our girl Wazam Supa. I think I'm saying that correctly too. Also known as Supa Scent. She is an Instagram queen who became kind of, you know, a little Instagram star. And now I'm just tapping some of the powder into the cap. I'm going to go in with a setting brush, and then if I feel like I will poof it up, but I don't know if I'm going to or not. So, our lady Wazam, she became an Instagram sensation, and then she launched her brand. Now, the Crayon Case, their whole shtick is that they are school supplies theme, hence chalk dust, etc., etc., etc. Now, they got like brushes that look like pencils. They got the crayon, I think it's the crayon book, the Crayon Case crayon book palette. They got the matte book, which looks like a math notebook. It's so cute. Like, all of it's so cute. You may have heard of them when it came into a little bit of controversy, as my as my girl 90s love child, who I stan, says on here. I'm just taking a bigger powder brush to kind of dust stuff everywhere. I will do a little bit of pseudo bake under the eyes, as I'll call it, using the poof. Not so much to mattify or like sharpen or anything, really just to kind of be able to brush away any fallout we have when we play around with our shadows. It was when Moschino and Sephora had their collection that looked like school supplies. The brushes looked like pencils, suspiciously like crayon cases, and then it was the Sharpie eyeliner, which is really similar to the Crayon Case's packaging as well. I think they might have also even had similar like eraser sponges. I think maybe they used to have eraser sponges on Crayon Case. So that was a bit of like a controversy, and that's something I wanted to just touch on a little bit, is just the phenomenon of particularly black creators and black women having things capitalized off of their creations or their ideas. Now, Crayon Case never sued, I don't think. I'm pretty sure they chose to just kind of let it fly, but then they actually got more attention because of this. And you know what? More power to you. If you can make coin off of the attention you're getting for somebody copying you, and you don't have to waste lawyer fees on that, that's some smart business thinking right there. I mean, I think we see this time and time again, particularly in the beauty industry. We see examples of this, but it's something that we see in all creative industries. Not just women or people of color or women of color, but black women in particular, and other black people having their ideas stolen. I mean, that's essentially what cultural appropriation, in the sense that, you know, when black women wear their hair a certain way, it's considered not cute or something. But when famous white women do it, then all of a sudden it's high fashion. Okay. I'm pretty sure you've heard the story with Beauty Bakery and Huda Beauty kind of taking their powder marketing line with the baking and all that. That was a big deal. Even Colored Rain, they had their, I believe it was the Smoke Show palette was originally a Colored Rain product, and then ColourPop came in and they had a Smoke Show palette, the 9-pan monochromatic with the blacks and grays and etc. And now, I don't know if ColourPop knew that they had the Smoke Show palette, but, you know, you should do your research. They ended up doing right by them, changing the name to Blow and Smoke. Colored Rain gets the rights to Smoke Show, etc. But it's just something we see time and time again. It doesn't mean that these bigger brands that profited off of this are automatically bad across the board. I mean, I have a few things from Huda, I have a few things from ColourPop. I'm not saying spend your money on them, I'm not saying don't spend your money on them. I'm just saying that the more we have those conversations about, you know, protecting the intellectual and creative property of black women or black people or people of color more broadly, the more we can be aware that we hold large brands, hold corporations, hold our society as a whole accountable for that, but also so we can avoid making similar mistakes ourselves, especially as non-black or white allies. Now real quick, I'm just going to make sure I blended in that powder because I got a little off topic there. Okay, we're looking pretty matte today, but honestly I'm not mad at that. I think it's going to be a little hot today. I'm going to have to be building IKEA furniture with my boyfriend for his new apartment. That'll be fun. Going full glam to build IKEA furniture. Now that's the trash glam brand if there ever was one. Am I right? Okay, now that we got that done, I'm going to move on to brows. I like to go to my brows before I do my eye makeup. I don't know, that's just the way I do it. My muscle memory ain't changing for nobody. So today we're going in with B.O.M.B Beauty with her Brow Fro products. First, I'm going to go in with the, I believe it's called the Brow Fro Baby Hair. Looks like this. I love the packaging and the componentry of this. It's very 70s, very disco. This is a very tiny pencil. I was a little afraid when I got it that I was like, I was going to break it. I was going to like sit on it and snap it down the middle. Very fine tip. Very fine tip, hence, you know, baby hair. And then on the other side we got a nice little spoolie. I love a little spoolie. And then after that I'm gonna go in with the B.O.M.B Beauty Brow Fro Blowout. This is basically just a tinted brow gel, and I'm really liking these products lately. So first I'm just gonna take the pencil, define my brows, and then I'll go over with the tinted gel. Now, you don't have to do both these steps. You could do one or the other. Personally, most of the day, most days I go in with a pomade, but I've been really into this pencil. It reminds me a lot of the Anastasia Brow Wiz. However, I feel like you get an even more defined point with this one, and I think this particular one is, I believe it's the shade 5, which is like dark brown or something. And I have been really enjoying this a lot. So I just follow the natural shape of my brows in little baby stroke hair motions and just define those spots that are slightly more sparse than others. Definitely with focus on making sure my arch is carved enough out. Now I have naturally full-ish brows, so I don't want to just like, you know, draw them on or like color in between the lines. So that's why I'm going with these baby strokes. I mean, anybody should go in with baby strokes on their brows, unless they're going for that drawn on look, which is a look in its own right. So that's okay. I feel like this gives a very natural but very defined look. I love having the spoolie right on the other end, even though I have, like, you know, brushes with spoolies. I love having a spoolie on the end. Now, B.O.M.B was founded by, I believe she pronounces her name Sharon Shooter. She is a Nigerian-born woman, I believe, and she splits her time between New York and London. And she actually had a career in, I guess, what I would refer to as the mainstream beauty world. She was with Revlon, L'Oreal, Benefit. She was an executive with those companies. She took all her experience with that and she started her own line, which is B.O.M.B. And for the longest time I thought it was pronounced Uma, and then I realized it was Uma, which apparently means beauty. So it's like beauty, 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 beauty. And yeah, now I know it's pronounced Uma. But yeah, ooh, yeah, it's really a nice product, and this is a very good shade match for me. I would say this is very comparative to Anastasia Brow Wiz, I believe is the thin pointed one, and the Brow Definer is the angled one, but might even be better. I think you get smaller strokes. There's something about it that, I don't know if it's that it's a better shade match for me. I don't know if it's the texture of it. It's not overly waxy, but it's not overly, you know, I guess chalky or pencil-y. It is this really nice in-between. So I'm just gonna go over with the tinted gel. I feel like this is where I see her, like, history with Benefit, because it does remind me of Gimme Brow. It's a combination between like a Gimme Brow and an Anastasia Dip Brow Gel, but it's like if you took those two, you put them together and you somehow made it better, that's what this is. So I'm just gonna brush this through, and then we will have no need for a clear brow gel today, and it will give just a little bit more dimension. Now, as I do this, I want to quickly read a little quote from Sharon of B.O.M.B that I found on the B.O.M.B website. I can never understand why we live in an age of prescriptive beauty, a monolithic existence where individuality and uniqueness has been left by the wayside, and instead a singular idea of what beauty should look like is the status quo. The world is beautiful because we are all different and colorful in our own unique way, and this is why B.O.M.B exists, to celebrate uniqueness, to bring people from all ethnicities, gender, sexual orientations, sizes, and of all ages together in a colorful celebration and coexistence. And that is from B.O.M.B founder Sharon Shooter. Now I feel like her words really kind of capture what I want to express and feel through this video, is that when we're looking at anything, including the beauty world, whether that's the industry, the beauty community, the products themselves, etc., inclusion does not exclude the majority who is already being catered to in the first place. Before now, I used to work in education administration in the last few years. And the biggest lesson I learned, both there and in my own family experiences, is that inclusion really serves both the marginalized who needed to be included and were previously excluded, as well as the majority, or the, I guess, privileged group that was already being catered to. I've seen this in education, with disabled people and abled people, with economic status, with race, etc. And I think it's something that's true about the beauty community as well. Like I said about, you know, finding my good shade match, being from Black-owned beauty brands, and once we get into our next step, which is our eyeshadow, you know, when we address the things that help cater to people of color or black people, whoever is wearing makeup or whatever, when we address those things in beauty, like pigmentation, different types of tones in eyeshadow or lipstick, in shade ranges, we're not taking away from the majority of, you know, middle of the road generic white woman who's consuming beauty products. We're actually enhancing their experience as well, because they get a chance to learn about other people who are different from them, whether that's men wearing makeup, whether that's black men, black women, black non-binary people, other people of color. You know, when we include a shade range that caters to black women, I also find good shade matches, and I am like pasty. When we have an eyeshadow formula that has the pigmentation without any ashiness or whatever, like, you know, somebody like me can appreciate a good eyeshadow formulation. Something I found myself realizing as a beauty consumer and a beauty lover lately is a lot of those mainstream brands, it almost feels like they've just gotten lazy. Like they just keep pushing product, but it's the same things. It's the same things over and over again. It's poor quality, even though you're paying like $50 for a palette. It's like dull tones even on me. Like, when we seek inclusion, we serve all, whether through, you know, enhancing their experience in a way they didn't know they needed, whether educating and helping people understand the experiences of others. Inclusion serves all. That's the whole point. With inclusion, there can be no exclusion. It can only enhance everyone's experience, whether they were already the included class or whether they were the marginalized class. And that's something I've learned in my life, especially with my background and experience in education, in my family life, but also I'm realizing now in the beauty community and as well. With that being said, we're going to turn to our eyeshadow game. Now that we got our brows set and ready to go, I have a new eye primer I've been loving. I mean, it's new to me. I don't think it's that new to the market, but this is also from the Crayon case. It is the Eye Glue Stick. Now, oh my goodness, is this not the cutest thing? This gives me kindergarten realness. Like, it looks like Elmer's glue. The one thing that throws me off, the one singular thing that throws me off about this is that it says on the packaging, goes on white, dries clear. It does not go on white. It's like a peachy tone, but I think that was just like a packaging joke, kind of making it look like the Elmer's glue. But I'm also like, where? Bitch, where? Where is it going white, dry clear? I'm just gonna lay this down. Now you'll see it does go on a little bit dark and orangey on my skin tone, but when I blend it out, and especially once I lay down, you know, my shadow on top, it's not a huge deal. I'm not entirely sure how I would compare their performance with longwear yet, just because, you know, I haven't been running around town all that much. It's not like I've been going out to the clubs right now. Not like I was doing that before, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, I'm just blending this out, and as you can see, once I blend it out, it doesn't look as crazy. Now, for eyeshadow palettes, we are going back into our girl Juvia's place. As I said, I've been wanting to try this brand for so long, and it wasn't until recently this year that I did. And I thought we would go in with some of these nice deep nudes. So we're going to be playing around with the Saharan 2, which is this lovely Moroccan themed palette. Show you the inside. We got this gorgeous little like Moroccan textile vibe. And then we have these, I was going to say 6, but this is a 9-pan shadow shade. So you see that these, it's very shimmer heavy for my taste, but these mattes are gorgeous and these shimmers are amazing. Juvia's loves to have these little pops of blue, but I love this shade. This is amazing as a highlight on me as well. And then we're also going in with the Festival by Juvia's. Ooh, this one got a little messy because I accidentally dug my nail into one of the shimmers. But it's okay. This is the Festival. That's what she looks like. Gorgeous artwork. Oh my goodness. All the Juvia's places have the most amazing packaging. Like, look at this cuteness. And then these are the 9 shades in here. This is a little bit warm, but a little bit fun. We got the blue. We got this like shimmery gunmetal. This light shimmer at the top. This makes a great highlight on my skin tone too. This has made me like fall in love with mustard. And then, you know, these two, like the teal and the hot pink, that is like my vibe. That's been my vibe for like a while. I really love the color stories of Juvia's Place shadows. They can seem a little intimidating at first. It's a really approachable formula. It's really affordable. And I feel like it really pushes me personally, like outside of my comfort zone with color. It's really fun to play around with the textures, the colors, etc. Okay, I zoomed you in a little bit so you can see my eyes a little better. I am going to go in on the eyes, starting with this beautiful mustard oro shade, and then a little bit of the Manwu, this peachy, on my crease. So I'm kind of focusing the mustard on the inner portion of the crease, and then I'll put the Manwu on the outer portion. Now, I love the packaging of Juvia's Place, as I said, and founder Chichi Uburu has said of her brand that she wants to make makeup for all people, and she wants people to love and see blackness. And I feel like the packaging and artistry of componentry with the images of, you know, like the various African queens, the Nubian queens, etc., really kind of send that message that this isn't just for black people, but like you can all appreciate love and like respect the beauty of like the African imagery and the blackness of it all. Now that we have our little transition shades down in the crease, so I'm just going to go into this kind of mid-tone warm brown Taza in our Saharan 2, tap that on the brush, and put that into the crease to deepen it. Now, I'd like to add a little bit more red. So I think we're going to start off with the beautiful Izafa red in the Festival palette, and then add a little bit of this beautiful deep burgundy in Zohra. This one right here on the outermost crease. Ooh, that really adds a little extra something to our eye look here, huh? That red. Absolutely delicious. I'm not really a red person on my eyes, or in general even, but I've been really appreciating these deeper red tones in these Juvia's palettes. Okay, so apparently I changed my battery. I thought I hit record again, and I did not. I'm a mess. Okay, so just to catch you up, I have a half shimmery lid here. I believe we left off with me going in with Izafa. I did that on kind of the outer portion of the crease, and then to deepen up the outermost crease even more, I went in with Zohra in Saharan 2, this kind of lovely burgundy shade. Actually, I did add a teeny bit of Ofala, this orange. I just did one little swipe of our Aziza shade, this kind of champagne-y gold in the Saharan 2, and look at this shimmer. Like, just that's one swipe with the finger. Yeah, so we're just gonna take this shade on the inner portion of our lids. Such a poppin' shade. Oh my goodness. So next I'm going to go in with Marrakesh. We're going to go out to Hadia, this kind of, I guess I would say bronzy shimmer. And then on the outermost part of our lid, we'll do Nomad. So I'll take Hadia on our ring finger and kind of blend that with Marrakesh. Oh yeah, that's pretty great. I'm going to go in with an inner corner highlight, and honestly, I think I'm going to make it a little bit fun and playful, and we're going to go in with, watch me butcher this, Chef Heroine, this light blue shimmer. Okay, so just taking it on my pinky, and just look at how that, I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but like, just look at how that like Aziza shade on our lid kind of goes into it and then shifts to this kind of greeny blue. Oh my goodness, I love it. It's so fun, and it was, like I said, it just gives this like unexpectedness to it. Going to add just a tiny bit of depth to the outermost crease with this deep brown shade Fez. Now lastly, for the eyeshadow, I'm going to take a little smudger brush on this Abba shade. This is where we are with our eye look. Obviously I'm not a professional. This is just my vibe for today. My little grungy sunset moment with, like, I don't know, the little ocean underneath. Going full glam to build IKEA furniture as we do. Okay, now that we have our eyeshadow look down, we will come back in with liner, but I'm going to turn to contour now. Now, my favorite contour product of all time, not just within the Lac Beauty world, is this Fenty Matchstick in the shade Amber. Now, I'm a bit of a bronzer girl myself. I am that girl they warn you about that uses bronzer as contour, which is why I love a cool tone bronzer. I love a one and done situation. I don't care if it's not the right way to do your makeup. It's the way I do mine. But when I want to go full beat, snatched for the gods, Instagram queen moment, I reach for my Fenty Beauty contour stick. So we're just gonna go draw this around my face, and then I'm going to follow it up with this little guy. This is a mini matchstick I got in a Fenty set like a while back. This is a highlighter on deeper tones. I'm going to do a one and done situation where I just draw them on at the same time and we'll blend them out together. So before we blend out, I'm going to put on my little shimmer shade stick in Cinnamon, S-I-N, puns. I don't know if that really snatches anything at all. Hopefully this looks okay. I guess next is blush. Now, this is colored Rain. This is a blush and highlight duo from the Power collection with colored Rain. Power is apparently like a drama TV show on Stars. Power stuff in their collection was real cute. I love the packaging, like the black roses. It's like the soft matte and with the like gold foil in the writing and everything. This is in the duo Prove My Loyalty. Now, I know this looks a little insane for my skin tone, but when I saw this I was like, if I'm gonna add a blush to my collection, not only should the formula be bomb, but like I feel like it should be something that I don't have. Like not another peachy nude, not another mauve nude, whatever. This is pow in your face. But if I can make this work on my skin tone, then this can work on anybody who wants it to work on them. Now the highlight, I know, like this highlighter is almost like a Fenty Diamond Bomb dupe moment, but it's got that like silver glittery smoothness to it that almost ends up looking like wet. Colored Rain was founded by Lorraine Dewey, I think is how you say her name. Sorry girl if I got it wrong. Before starting her brand, I believe she had a somewhat promising career in the finance industry. queen. But she decided to pursue her dreams and start a cosmetics brand instead. She's an Afro-Caribbean woman who is from Brooklyn, and she believes in unity and diversity in color, which I think is a really cool thing to look at. It like, we have diversity in our color and our colors that we like and that we put on our eyes and that we wear and that we fill our life with, but we also have unity in our love of color, and I think that's really beautiful. Of course, Colored Rain's line is a very colored cosmetics focused brand. I would love to try the Colored Rain Vivid Pigments palette someday. I've heard nothing but amazing things. It's brights, it's mattes, it sounds amazing. It's a little steep for my price point right now compared to like a Juvia's Place on sale for $10, but someday I will invest in that. I'm going to very lightly tap into our red blush. Maybe 2 little taps. I think I managed to not make it too clownish today. Yeah, I'm not mad at that at all. Before we top off with highlight, I think I'm gonna go in with my liquid liner. This is also from the crayon case, and this has like quickly become probably my current favorite liquid liner. Sharp Me Fine Point Tip Eyeliner. This was $5. $5, like, okay, crayon case, I'll take it. So I'm just gonna do just a simple wing, kind of my go-to for more glam looks. And on the wing, I'm kind of just gonna try to follow where we naturally had our deeper crease colors fall. Probably not perfect, but like, just as long as we can make her kind of look a little bit like her, we're good. Now, I've never had any issue with skipping, with bleeding, with anything with this girl, and any issues I've had have been simply user error. Oh my goodness. I think this might be Holy Grail status. We're a little bit more like cousins and sisters, but like, we have some bold lashes. We're gonna make this work. We're gonna be okay. But that is all just me being messy, not the eyeliner. I love that eyeliner so much. This is a loose highlighter from Juvia's Place. I have one in the Nubian collection in the shade Cleo, which is the lightest, and then I have the Heroine one. I think mixing the two will be kind of our perfect tone for today. I just put some little excess in the lid, and I am dusting it off. They look a lot more glittery in the jar than they go on the skin, but they do have a little bit of glimmer, or glitter, or shimmer. I was saying glimmer and shimmer, you know. Where we're at. So now I'm going in with mascara. This is the Fenty She Loves a Good Double Entendre Full Frontal Mascara in the shade Cause I'm Black. I love the packaging on this. I hope she comes out with like colorful shades because I feel like that would be really fun. I got the mini travel size from Sephora because I didn't know how I would feel about this because I can be kind of picky about mascara. I stick with what I know and I love. But I've actually been really enjoying this. The idea with this brush is that on one side it's flat, on the other side it's fluffy, one side to lengthen and one side to volumize. So we're just going to throw this on our top and bottom lashes. This is before any mascara. This side is after. We'll go on the other side. Here's where we are at with our face. What do we think? So, to make our lips a little less naked, we're going to go in with our Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. I have sensitivity to certain dyes, so whatever I put on my lips, I ingest, ultimately. most of the time, so I need to be careful about lip products, so I don't have as many options as people who don't need to worry about that. That being said, I love the Fenty Gloss Bomb formula. It's not too sticky. It gives just like this perfect amount of pigmentation for that Your Lips But Better glow. And the Fenty Glow and the Sweet Mouth at least are two shades I know I don't have to worry about having added dyes I shouldn't use. There we are with our Gloss Bomb. I'm gonna throw on some lashes. I don't normally wear lashes every day, but when I'm going for like a full moment, a full vibe, I will. These are from Colored Rain, the Safari Rain collection. Hopefully that focuses. These are in the style Glamazon. Yes, I've used these once before, but I love that they have this hard plastic case. You can like put them in. I think they recommend 15 to 20 uses. And I shall pop these on and be right back. Oh, I wasn't recording. Was I recording? No.
Oh, hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
So, this is our finished look. Some caterpillar coral lashes on us, but I'm not mad at it. Not my everyday, but when you want to make a statement, when you want to look glam, that's how we do it. Lastly, with my Beauty Bakery spray of Sweet Grace baking spray, setting spray. It's a bit of a mouthful, but it is adorable packaging. It looks like a Pam spray thing. It smells like cake batter. Feels very refreshing, but it locks down your makeup. Reminds me of the Morphe sprays, not quite as dewy as the Starberry one, which I really love. That's our look for the day. I love the eyeshadow, I love the brows, I love the crazy blush. Good highlight. Go-to lip gloss. The lashes are, but I like them. Now, that is our full face of Black-owned makeup brands. Now, if Black women can make products that look this good on my pasty skin, why can't we make products that look bomb on everybody's skin? Just saying. Thanks for watching. Subscribe down below. Join my Trash Panda fam. And like, comment, subscribe, whatever. I love you. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed. Bye.